Hello and welcome to my FMOD and Unity audio showcase. Today I'm gonna show you how to create a test project. In this case we are gonna use weapon sounds, gun sounds, basic character movements, grenades, footsteps and doors. So let's start on FMOD. I'm gonna start explaining how to implement the guns to the project. If you have pistols that only uses one shot, you can create a 3D event, import your audio with just a single file and use the spatializer to do the minimum and maximum distance, the positioning, the 3D sound, where it's gonna sound. In this case I want it to sound far possible up front, no degree of panning, almost only 8. If you have an automatic weapon, you can implement it in two ways. Here is one way where you're gonna put a multi-instrument with all the shots, the different version of the fire that you want. In case I'm using 6, and the same multi-instrument you're gonna paste it one below the other, the number of times you want. In this case I'm using it 6 times also. Then you're gonna create a loop region that is gonna be as large as you want the rate of fire to be. So in this case, at this length, I find it that the rate of fire is approximately the same as the animation. Then you're gonna create a marker and a transition to marker to the end. So when you stop clicking or firing the gun, the loop will break and the audio will finish with a tail. In this case I created a parameter that it's called empty clip, that is used for creating the event where you stop clicking the fire button or the left click in the game. The value of the parameter will go to 1 or more, and so the loop will break and it will go to the marker, so the audio will go to the end. The other way to implement an automatic weapon is like this, with just only one multi-instrument with all your gun sounds or gunshots in there. I'm using 6 in this one. I'm making a loop region that will play the gunshots at the same rate of the animation. Also, you will create a marker and a transition marker with another parameter for when you stop clicking. When you stop clicking, the value will go to 1 and the fire will stop, or will go to the end where you have the tail of the sound if you want to add one. Now we're gonna jump to Unity so I can show you what I did there. In Unity I've created a main menu with different tabs to separate the different testing scenes I have. The first scene I want to talk about is the tab scene. This is a very easy way to test your gun sounds. For example, here with only a button you can test the sound the event on FMOD you want to hear. I have here the ballistic rifle number 1, that is a burst. With clicking the button, it will activate the event. So to create this gun tab scene, first you're gonna create a scene with a canvas. In the canvas you're gonna create buttons and tabs. So each tab will have different purposes or themes. For guns, for example, in this case are guns. And in the tab I showed you is the tab number 4. In the content is the different buttons that we have. So the button will have a text where you will name the button, and in the button you're gonna create do on click, and you will select a script that you're gonna create with a name that is when button click you will play the variation number 114. You're gonna create a laser one-shot script, and you're gonna pair it with the button that we're talking about. In the button you're gonna put a FMOD studio event emitter with the event that you want to hear when you press the button. In the play event section you're gonna choose object enable, and the stop event is going to be object disable. This way, when you click the button, the event that you want to hear will sound in the project in the test. Another way to make a gun test scene is with a gun model for each event, and if you are using a weapon and a rifle, you can use two models. I'm gonna talk about only of the audio implementation in this video, so I'm not gonna talk about how to create the gun model. In this scene we have different buttons also, but when you click a button it will pop up a pistol or a rifle, and you can test the gunshot, and we're gonna make the gunshot follow the bullet, and we are gonna hear how the sound goes far away as the bullet goes, because it will follow the transform of the bullet object. So in this scene have another canvas with the buttons of each event that we want to hear, another on click to the weapon controller that is our script, our object script that we are gonna use for the sounds, and inside the button only we have a text, so all the sound is gonna be implemented in the weapon controller. In our weapon controller script we're gonna say which event is gonna be triggered with which button. For example, in Piston 1 we have assigned this event, Pistol 1, with the first button. As you can see in the main camera, here is our gun model. So we are gonna go to our weapon controller script and I will show you how to implement it. So in Visual Studio, in the weapon controller script, we're gonna create a public class with the name of the script, mono behavior, and we're gonna create public game objects for each one of our guns, so we can use this script with our gun objects in the game, in the project. So for the pistol 1, first we're gonna create a public void with the name, and we're gonna deactivate all weapons before using it and just set active to our button, our event. Then on our hierarchy tab we're gonna select the main camera where is our gun model, and inside the gun model we're gonna add a script that is gonna activate the event. So with the weapon controller we're gonna activate this gun model so it appears on the screen, and with the script that is inside the gun model we're gonna activate the sound event on FMOD. So if we go to the script, you can see it's a very little script that only activates the event. In a void update we are gonna write, if we click down the mouse 0 or left click on the gun model itself, the FMOD Unity event is gonna activate and play a one shot that is located here in the event ballistic pistol generic, and will follow the component, the transform component, and the position of the bullet. And now I'm gonna explain how to make the fire sound follow the bullet, or how to have a different sound for the bullet flying by and add it to the bullet and make the sound event follow the bullet rigid body. So we're gonna create a new script, and we're gonna put this script in an object that is inside the gun we're using. I'm gonna open the script, and this script is only gonna handle the speed of the bullet and the fire rate of the bullet, so we can know the behavior of each bullet and of the gun we are gonna have our sounds attached to. You can take a look, this isn't any audio code, it's just code we made to know the fire rate and to activate the bullet event sound that we want. I'm gonna show you now the audio script for the bullet sounds. So back to Unity, we search for the bullet object, that is the object that appears when we fire the gun. We are gonna create another script, in this case it's called Tailsoundmanager, because tail is the sound, is the name of the sound a bullet makes after you fire the gun. We're gonna open the script now. So this script basically is gonna search inside the main camera in the hierarchy and look for any child object, that is where our bullets will appear when the object is created when we fire. And there are gonna be different cases for each gun. In this case, the pistol 1 object is gonna activate our FMOD event for our tail sounds. That it's a one shot only, and this is the path of the event, and then it will get the transform of the bullet and will follow its position. This line of code here at the end, if you want your sound to follow the transform position of your object in any scenario or case. And then it will break, so the switch, it's empty again. And I have used the tail sound for different guns. Not all the guns have a tail sound, only the ones of this list. And this is all for today. In the next video I'm gonna show you how to implement the automatic fire sounds in the test project. Also some door sounds, jump sounds, throw grenade sounds, footsteps with FMOD and Unity. Thank you very much for listening.